Money to help you get the things you hoped for someday, today. If you're a homeowner age 62 or older, even one with an existing mortgage, call Wells Fargo, the #1 retail reverse mortgage lender at 1-866-723-3523.
Now my house does more than put a roof over my head. It can help cover my health care expenses.
It's great for home repairs.
You stay in your home, remain the owner, and it won't affect your Medicare or Social Security. Call 1-866-723-3523 right now. And you'll also get this free booklet, the Reverse Mortgage Information Guide.
I guess that makes our favorite day.
The day our house began taking care of us.
Seize yours someday. Wells Fargo.
It's no secret that the economy is in a bit of a slump, and more than just gas prices are on the rise. The current economic situation has a lot of us across the board reaching deep into our pockets for the basic staples of modern life, gas and food. But one family has made it their business to combat rising prices and live on the cheap, and they are sharing their secrets with us today. Joining us now live from Phoenix, Annette and Steve Economides. They are the authors of the New York Times bestseller book, America's Cheapest Family, Gets You Right on the Money. Okay, so Annette and Steve, give us a couple tips for saving some money as we all go to the grocery store.
Sure. I think the first thing folks in America need to do is cook at home. It's much easier than you think, and if you plan your menu around the items that are on sale at the grocery store, you can be eating for pennies on the dollar.
Okay, so I guess that's opposed to going in when you're hungry and just picking up all that prepared food that's easy to get.
Correct. The other thing is to look at the food ads in your area. Every part of the country has food ads that come out once a week, and those will show you the items that are on sale. And if you plan your menu around what's on sale, it's like winning the lottery, because you're just eating for pennies on the dollar, and you can eat much healthier and much less stressful than having to be at a restaurant every night.
Okay, that's good advice, but it's something we've heard before. Steve, give us a tip that might shock us.
Well, let's take a challenge, Heather. Let's talk to people in America who are on a first-name basis with the manager at their grocery store, and their name's on the front of the store. Let's tell them, don't go to the store 3 or 4 times a week like most people do. Let's cut it down to once a week. Make a game out of it. Go shopping once a week. Plan your menu. Plan a list. And if you run out of something, don't go back. Make do with what you have, because every retailer knows that 60% of the items you put in your cart are going to be impulse buys. You stay out of the store, you pick up less impulse items.
Now, I understand that when you two go to the grocery store, you bring walkie-talkies with you. Is that right?
It's a military strike. We aren't shopping, we're hunting.
So you're on one side of the store, your wife's on the other, and you say, hey, apples here for 69 cents a pound?
Well, yeah, if there's an unadvertised special, and we see those every once in a while, I'll talk to Annette because she keeps track of how much stuff we have in stock right now. And so I'll say, look, I just found a bunch of eggs really inexpensively. I know we probably have some at home. How many more do you want us to get? It saves me walking all over the store. I do the outside loop, the dairy, the produce, and the meat, and she does the inner aisles.
Hey, Heather, one of the national chain grocery stores in our area does something called B-grade eggs, where you know how expensive eggs are right now.
Sure.
They take the eggs that are in dozens that have been cracked, and they take all the good ones out, they repackage them into these what they call grade B containers, which they're grade A eggs actually, and they charge you 99 cents for them instead of $3 a dozen.
So check with your dairy manager and see what they're doing with their broken eggs, broken dozens. You can save 60% on your egg prices.
Everybody check with your dairy manager. We will do that. Let's bring in our panel here. We've got our panel here, our A-list panel. Guys, you know, in the New York area, we're also closely tied to the economy. You really start to feel it here. I know folks around the country feel the pinch as well, but here you feel it first. Your friends all talking about saving some money too?
Absolutely. Who doesn't want to save some money? I like this family. I love them. Come on over to my house. We need some help, man. And frugal is in now. People want to save money. People are upset about gas prices. Arthur Idell is complaining about it left and right over here.
All the time. But listen, I think there's another side of this, which is it does set up a kind of battle. They say they're going to the grocery store like it's an army strike.
Right.
And, you know, the message goes out. It's a New York Times bestseller. Good for them. That's great. But I do know that people psychologically receive this message and they feel even more anxious and frightened, like, oh my God, now it's really time to buy the grade B eggs.
Okay.
Okay, and I just worry about the economy when people absorb that message and really start going to the grocery store with walkie-talkies other than the walkie-talkie salesman.
What you mean is when people start talking recession, that can help encourage
self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly. So it's very psychological, the markets are.
I believe it's deeply psychological. We create some of what we believe what will happen. And if we can sometimes say, you know what, let's give ourselves a little holiday from the walkie-talkie army strike grocery store, that's good for the economy.
All
like that.
Economides, let me ask you a question. Lots of families planning on summer vacations right now. You have some interesting tips for finding cheap places to stay. Where do you think people should stay?
Well, you can always go to a hotel. That's the easy way out.
But it's expensive.
If you want to be creative, let's look for options. Summer, there are schools that are out of session. So call the American University in Washington, D.C., and they'll rent you a dorm room for about $40 to $50 a night.
Wow.
Go to, I called these places when we were taking a 17-day trip to D.C., and we found prices all over the place. Call camps, call other places, and you'll find deals.
Camping is not as difficult as you think, and some of the KOA campsites have cabins that you can rent as well. And I know that there's other organizations in America where you can trade houses with people.
Right? You find a lot of that stuff on the internet. And by the way, we were just looking at a picture of all your family with four mouths to feed and a couple of boys there. You got to be looking for ways to save money. Okay. Yep. Stephen and Annette Economides, thanks a lot. Nice to meet you. All right. And there's their book, America's Cheapest Family. On to the next story now. A bar owner wanted to keep homeless people and drug addicts from loitering around his business, so he built what he calls a